Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in to Bluegrass Home and Garden TV. Art Hubbard of Hubbard Mechanical is with us again, and I was kind of saying this was our summer grilling, ideas that we were having, but I've decided we're going to call this culinary cuisine with Art.
Yep.
Just outdoors.
We can do that. We definitely can do that.
Summer culinary cuisine with Art, because what you don't hear is when the camera's not on, I'm learning all these things. I'm like, who would have thought? Like all this wealth of knowledge about everything food coming from you.
Fat guys like to eat.
Stop it. All right, what do we got here?
This is lollipop chicken, and it is called that for obvious reasons. You get them trimmed up. They look like little pieces of lollipop. All you do is right below the chunk of meat where it comes, you cut all the tendons and the loose small pieces of meat and the skin, and you fold it back, and then you get a knife and you cut it flat. You push the meat down, push it down. I just sprinkle some sea salt on it, nothing fancy, and then once it's pretty much done, I will take it off and put it in a pan, and I roll it in barbecue sauce, and then you cook it, and it gives it a little caramelized barbecue sauce, and so it's like you're eating a lollipop.
Okay, well, we'll take a short break, come back, and you can actually demonstrate this all for us.
Yep.
All right, stay tuned. Thanks for keeping it here. Okay, so you discussed what we were supposed to do. Now show us.
All right. It's so complicated. Make sure your knives are razor sharp. That's the key. You grab it and go and kind of just rub it until you feel it kind of grinding on that bone. Just keep going around until you make a complete revolution. Okay. And you grab it. Just get it. Peel it. You're going to have some straggler tendons that come out there, so just kind of trim it up.
Well, and you mentioned the sharp knife. I've always been told too that people think that sharp knives are easier, going to cut the skin or whatever, or be more painful. It's actually not the case. The dull knives will cause a lot more damage and hurt.
Yes, they will, and because you're using so much more force that when they do make contact, it goes deeper. So, but you just kind of get it. It's not a really pretty thing to do, but just kind of take all the meat off of it. Then you get a different knife, get it, and get a flat spot. Cut it flat, get it, roll it down until it sits just like that.
All right, so then you're just going to, you said salt?
Just salt, and I put them on a grill. And I soak corn in salt water for an hour or two, and I grill the corn as well. Okay,
all right, we'll be back here in just a minute. We'll get this all started. All right, next steps on our summer culinary cuisine with Art Hubbard.
Yep. Yeah. I've already got some of these done.
The lollipop chicken.
The lollipop chicken. Literally just iodized sea salt. Supposedly has less sodium than regular salt, so that's why I use it.
I'm gonna have to give you some of my Celtic salt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I do love Himalayan pink salt as well.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah.
You would love the Celtic salt. So.
Well, we'll give it a shot. I want to try smoked salt. They say it was real good for grilling, so I've not tried it yet.
I do know locally that there's some people at some of the markets and stuff sell the bourbon-infused sea salt.
Yep. Can't be bad.
That's an idea. That's an idea. All right, so.
Yeah, we just grab it at that point. We just take them and we go to the grill, and then the corn goes to the grill, and just like you normally would cook your regular chicken, do the same way. Then right before they get done is when you roll them into barbecue sauce.
All right, well, I'll let you do your thing. You just put them straight on there, no aluminum foil or anything like that? Okay.
Straight on the grate.
Yeah, I learned the hard way the other day. I asked somebody, I was like, I don't have any aluminum foil, and they looked at me like I was crazy.
Yeah. All right.
All right, stay tuned. We'll be back here in just a few. Well, that was our 6th shot. Alrighty, so you've pulled them off the grill. They are not finished.
No, they got about another 10 degrees to go.
Okay, all right, so what do we do now?
Now, you literally just get a bowl. I found it's easier to use a bowl than to use a basting brush. But if you want to use a basting brush, you can do whatever you want. Okay. Just grab them, you got a little handle. Just kind of get them, roll them around, nice and wet.
Yeah, okay.
You just kind of get that and do them all like that. It doesn't take hardly any time to do it this way. I think it's actually a little bit faster than using a basting brush.
It looks like it's getting coated a lot better too.
It's getting real good coverage. We'll just do that until you get them all done, and then put them back on the grill, and then you'll finish cooking them. And as they're cooking, all that barbecue sauce and the sugars and everything else inside there, it will just go there and just caramelize and give it a little, like almost like a candy coating, like everyone wants for a good lollipop.
And just straight on the grill, no aluminum foil or anything. Okay.
Straight on the grill. That's what I do. I very rarely put aluminum foil on a grill. A lot of people do, but I very rarely do.
Okay. All right. So. And you keep the temperature and everything the same?
Mm-hmm. Yep. On the pellet grill, I keep it around 300, and I just move it to my hot and cold spots of the grill.
All right. Well, hey, get busy. We got to eat here soon.
All right, we'll go.
All right. Stay tuned. If you are just joining us now here on Bluegrass Home and Garden TV, Art has been working on some lollipop chicken that he's pulling off now. I'm kind of excited. Also kind of hungry.
Yeah. Yeah, look pretty good. Now you got your little popsicle.
Yeah.
So you got a little lollipop to go with it. So
I'm gonna let him rest a little bit because I'm not gonna burn my mouth. That's for sure.
Yeah.
You're more than welcome just to go on with your bad self and just. Yeah.
I'm sensitive.
I got nothing on that. Nothing. I'm gonna let them rest so I don't make a mess.
Mm-hmm.
But so walk us through if people are just joining us, like kind of what we did.
What you do is you find right where the bone and kind of it goes to the main muscle group of it. You get a really sharp knife, go down to the bone, and go sometimes 2, 3, 4 times around it. You peel back the bottom part, take it off the bottom where on this little nub piece would be. If there's any loose tendons that are still hanging out there, just take your knife, cut them off there. Then you get your fingers and just kind of tuck it into itself. Get it. I just put salt on mine. You can put it whatever rub you want to put on yours. It's personal preference. Then I put them on the grill until I get about 150, 155. Take them off. Just grab a bowl, put barbecue sauce in a bowl, roll them, put them back on there until I get about 165, 170, and then you let them rest and then you eat.
All right. Well, that's our cue to take a short break. We'll come back and enjoy. We are almost out of time, but there's always time to take a bite.
Yes, there is.
So, real quick, let's remind people why it's important to utilize this time and cook outdoors.
Well, the biggest thing is you don't want to heat your house up. The more you can grill outside, the more you can do any of the stuff you want to do outside, it taxes your air conditioner less. And especially if you have an older system, you're trying to get another year out of it, trying to get another couple years out of it. You're like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do all my stuff outside. And especially if you've not had your coils and stuff cleaned yet, so it's going to be more beneficial for it.
I really don't know what you just said because I was, I'm pretty sure they probably caught me going,
Yep. Fan of the lollipops.
I definitely like the lollipops. I'll be doing these for sure.
Yeah.
If people want more directions on how to do this or things that we've already done or coming up, where can they get them?
They can go on all of our social medias, our YouTube, our Instagram, our Facebook. Our website has links to it. So we can go from there.
All right. Well, I'm going to chow down. We'll see you next time.